Hi, everyone. Sorry I can't be with you today. I'm going to have you work on this really awesome pattern themed Earth Day project. This is a project that I like to work on every year, but I'm worried that we're actually going to run out of time for that this year because we still have our clay project to do and some other things going on. So I'm going to have you work on that today. I'm going to show you a quick video. On the video, I want you to really pay attention to the patterns, the colors, the animals, the things that you see that represent nature. This video is just a trailer that was for a program that National Geographic held called Planet at a Crossroads. And it talks about our Earth and how humans are impacting our Earth. So really pay close attention to the colors, patterns, and designs that you see in the video. Okay, so this video is all about how we can preserve and protect our Earth. I want you to look closely and see some of the different patterns that you see in our Earth. Patterns are lines and shapes and colors that are repeating. So here you see some of the patterns from water, patterns from the clouds. Even if you think about it, look at the elephants here. Patterns like the wrinkling on the elephant's skin, patterns here in the smoke. So from the volcano, the zebra stripe patterns. So I want you to think about those while you're working today. And think about how you could maybe use that as a way to represent our Earth. So currently, these animals, let me see if I can get to the slideshow. Here we go, are endangered. So here would be a great animal to show, just showing that the tiger skin. There's currently only 500 and some of these remaining in the world. Sea turtles, we know, we've talked about in class before, are currently are threatened by human impact. Elephants, so you can see the patterning there, also impacted by poaching and also deconstruction of their environment. The rainforest, a lot of the rainforest, not a lot, but the rainforest is getting burned to make room for more farming land. So if you look closely here, you can see the different patterning in the plants. Here are some great examples, and we can pull this picture back up on the video if you need to, but these are some patterns that you could use to represent Earth, celebrating Earth. When you look at the example that I made, I used water, I used a zebra print, leaves, a turtle shell, cheetah print. Think about how you might want to represent Earth in your picture. Very quickly, I'm just going to give you a little demonstration on what to do to get started, and then you can spend the rest of the class working on this. I'm giving you a smaller paper than what I had to work with, just to give you more time to be able to get this done. I'm giving you a circle. It's up to you. You could put the circle onto the side. You could put it right in the middle like I did. The placement is up to you. This is going to represent your Earth, and you can draw these with Sharpie if you prefer. Think about the fact that you could be looking at Earth from all different points from outer space. So you can draw the continents just sort of symbolically, right? You don't have to have them perfect, right? We can just symbolically show that there are these landforms. And I'm not keeping them with really straight lines. I'm just sort of making a wavy line because the coast along the ocean is not really perfectly straight, right? It would not be a perfectly straight line. So once you have the earth done, you can outline it if you want to. That's up to you. You can color using colored pencils. You can color in the continents green. If you want to leave some white spots to show the clouds over them, you can do that. But you would color this portion of the earth using your colored pencils. And then you can use blues, different shades of blues if you want to color the water all the way around. And I'm not going to spend a lot of time demonstrating that, but you can use that to fill that in. And you don't have to keep it all one color. Remember, by pressing harder, you can create a darker value. And by pressing lighter, you create a lighter value. So you can show some of those areas of deeper water and darker hues. And you can also do the same thing with the continents. You can press harder if you wanted to press hard, like along the coastline, and then let it get lighter as you work your way in. Just gives your picture a little bit more dimension. Then you need to figure out how you want to divide up the space around, how many patterns you might want to include. So you could do this with straight lines. You could do wavy lines. I suggest you probably only start with 4 or 5 patterns. You can make designs in between if you want. Or you can keep them as single lines. And in these areas are where you're going to represent those patterns. So if you're going to do the Amazon rainforest and you want to include some different types of plants, you would use the colored pencils to draw those in. And you can color them if you like to. You can leave them just an outline, whatever you think looks best. But you would fill in this section representing that Amazon rainforest. If you wanted to do an animal, some students, I don't think I have a black colored pencil here, but some students wanted to do a cow pattern. So think about the spots on a cow. You could draw in spots on a cow, and then you can color that in, creating that pattern here. So think about the patterns that you would want to draw that represent Earth and include that in your picture. It can even be something simple like some water, and then color this in. Okay, so here's an example of a finished one. I have to finish painting the land mass of Earth here, but other than that, this one's completed. You can add words if you want to. You could add things like Earth Day or recycle, reduce, reuse, the 3 R's. Up to you if you want to include a message like that in your picture. Like I said, you can turn these in the turn-in bin when you're done, and I can't wait to see what you come up with.